Hi. So the two sites that I had were WordSift and TuneDo. And the first one I checked out was WordSift, and I actually looked at this after I watched The Wizard of Apps because it was mentioned in there, and so I played around with it a little bit last week. But it's really cool. It uses keywords of a text that you input and connects them all for like a visual resource on the web, and it's a really cool way of using visuals to support comprehension either before reading or during reading or after reading. It's a cool thing. And it shows you on when you type in the text, it shows the 50 most common words that appear throughout the text, and the most frequent words are bigger and bolder in the text. And then underneath your word sift, it has the words that were most frequent entered into a Google image search, which is really cool, so students could use that. And it also enters the most common word into the visual thesaurus. And so you can go through that too, which I think is really neat. And I played around with it with some of my own texts, and then they recommend trying like the I Have a Dream speech, and that's really cool to see what it comes up with for that, and like Darwin and evolution, and I don't know, all that kind of stuff. So it's very easy to use, very user friendly. It also enters all the sentences where the most frequent word occurs underneath the word sift. And if you click on the sentence, it'll show you the full text with that sentence highlighted. So that if you needed to see like the full context of it, then you can do that really easily. They have word lists available by content area. So underneath your word sift, say you click on like social studies, it'll highlight all the words that would come up in a social studies word list. So you can kind of look at it that way. You can also create your own custom word list, or you can create your own workspace and drag all the different pictures that come up into it or different words from the word sift if you want to only pull out a few of them and let go of the ones that were maybe frequent but not as useful in what you're doing. The second one was TuneDo, and I've never actually heard of this and never used it, but it was really cool. It makes cartoons, and it's kind of like a YouTube for cartoons the way that the site's laid out, so it's really easy to use. They have tons of different types of people that you can use in trying to create a cartoon, like categories for like men, women, children, animals, props, landscapes, speech bubbles, everything. It's really cool. I tried to create my own um, little cartoon, and it's really easy. I thought that might be something I would have trouble with, but it wasn't hard at all. And then also, if you make like a series of a bunch of cartoons, you can put them all together into a sort of flip book that you can read online, and it like turns the pages and stuff for you online. So it's like really cool. It's a cool way to compile all of them. Um, you can also use a tool that they have on there to add your own drawings to the cartoon, so you don't just have to use like all the people that the site has already made for you. You can make your own, or you could draw your own landscapes, or I think you can upload pictures and stuff to it, and or you could add. It was talking about like adding like a mustache to someone or something like that, um, which makes it a little bit more creative, and so students would be able to add like their own touch to their cartoons instead of just using all the stuff that's already given. Um, it's really cool. It's really colorful. It's fun, and I can definitely see students using this as a way to supplement their writing, or maybe a student that is more into kind of the arts and maybe not writing as much. I could see them using this to as a way to let their creativity out instead of just using it in text. Overall, both of WordSift and TuneDo were really cool, and I'll have to see if I can use them in the classroom, especially TuneDo. I think that that's something I'd really like to work with. WordSift might be better for like a poster or something like that as a way to supplement something, but yeah, they're both really cool.